Want it, bad enough, had enough, sounding like everyone. Here to tell you, your time is up. Brought it down to your level. I'm a rebel against the grain. Being different, same ignition, lighter fluid without a kitchen. The ideal, make impressions. Say something, make me feel it. You can't do it, and I knew it. I pursue it, pain I deal it. I'm a realist and a winner. Original, good selection. This is for anyone sick of the earth. I'm here to offer protection. Make you question all your verses. You stumbling through your performance. You ain't hot or the warmest. I'm stinging hot, call me a hornet. Price of fame, you can't afford it. You want it free, do nothing with it. F you, hey me, the mentality, you scared to risk it. It ain't no future, off of your frontin', wanna create you a miracle. All work, minimal. You all talk, criminal. I am not hearing you, and I'm not feeling you. Y'all so disrespectful, like I'm supposed to be fearing you. Hip-hop, renaissance. Remember when we went hard? I don't need an entourage. Why you need a bodyguard? Next level, same rules. You coming down, change moves. I don't gotta get in where I fit in. I've been here and been about my shoes. So don't be surprised at the kickback. It be the stuff you can't get back. My time is real, you don't get that. I'ma hit you with the real facts. I got that, I got that. You got that, I got that. I got that, I got that. You got that? No, you don't. Don't be surprised at the kickback. It be the stuff you can't get back. My time is real, you don't get that. I'ma hit you with the real facts. I got that, I got that. You got that? I got that, I got that.
You got that?
I got that. I got that. I got that. That's catchy. That's catchy.
Shout out to Mr. Brandon also for our theme music and outro music as we play for our segments. Welcome to the QLC Network segment. This is the king and queen of conversation, of course, with myself, which is Egypt, and my brother, my king, my friend, Mr. Pharaoh.
Mr. Pharaoh. Mr. Pharaoh. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Greetings.
We here. This week, me and Pharaoh is going to talk on some trending topics, some hot topics, some topics maybe that has crossed your path that made you say, or just some stuff to make you get to thinking. You know, I'm going to give my little goofy spiel, and then my brother going to come behind me with some stuff that make you think. So that's what we do on this. We do have a couple of politics just to get out the way. And then we're going to dive right into these trending topics, y'all, because we do got a lot. First of all, let me just say this. The QOC Network is running and has been nominated for one of the 4 top podcasts here in DFW. That is really, 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 really big. We are in the running with Dee in the morning, and I'm laughing because, yeah, she big. You know, to me, you know, personality-wise, radio personality-wise. So that means we're doing something good. I will say that we're doing something good to be in the running with the big dogs. Sometimes the underdogs do work, y'all. We do win. So we're working. We need y'all votes. We need y'all participation. We're going to put something together so y'all can go out there and continue to vote. You can vote daily for us. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, whoever that watch us, we need you guys' help. On that note, I'm just so honored. It's so much happening in a short amount of time for us. We have added Miss Akila Kinsey. If y'all have seen us tag her and her segment to our post, yeah, she's really good for what we are needing her to do. So in 2025, that segment will spin off. We got Mr. Pharaoh that's working some on the back end. I think that's going to be starting in December. That's going to fall under the QOC. J. Marie is working on something that's going to fall under the QOC.
Indeed.
Mr. Chris starting his podcast up in Boston. That's going to fall under the QOC. Mr. Prime, we're in negotiation. Him and his movement possibly will be moving under the QOC. So we are a network indeed. And I just thank God for everything that's been transparent and going on. Has it been easy? No. Is it a lot of work? Yes. Do we have hiccups? Yes. But guess what? We still in this thing. And you got me and Pharaoh on tonight. We have a website. So you guys, if y'all want Pharaoh to come out and do something. AJ, Chris, Damani, in-house therapy, any one of the hosts. You can do is go out there and do the little form thing, and we get it.
Show them the website again, Egypt. Show them the site again. Show them the site. There you go.
They weren't ready. They weren't ready.
Show them the site again. There you go.
We ain't playing. We got a whole website. Queens with the Z of Conversations with an S.com. All our bios are out there. Everything that's coming up, events, our sponsorships, people we are networking with. It even has a button out there where you can support us by donations. We starting out. So, a lot of stuff we have to rebuy and redo and get it together to give you guys the quality that we are giving you guys. But God hasn't failed us yet. So I know it's coming in due time. That's in
Egypt, and that's the beauty of patience. For those of you who don't know the story of the Queens of Conversation, I know some of you are thinking they have Pharaoh, they have Damani, they have Coach Chris. Why they call themselves the Queens of Conversation? But those of you that don't know the backstory, understand this: that the Queens of Conversation network have been around for years. Okay, approximately 3 to 4 years, if I'm not mistaken.
3. December will be 3.
Okay, so this November will be 3 years. Before the addition of any man or any male to the platform, it was sisters. It was only queens. And up under that, the legalized name was named Queens of Conversation. Yes, we have Queens of Conversation today. But guess what? God expanded her bounty and made things grow faster than what she had anticipated. Now she have kings on the Queens of Conversation. So just to give you guys a little backstory about that, that's why you see Queens of Conversation. But you keep in mind, every queen gonna have a king. So when you see the queens around, you definitely gonna see the kings around.
Thus the QOC network, because
we have to
acknowledge our kings on this platform, and we got some bang up kings, y'all. I mean, Mr. Pharaoh, if y'all didn't know, is running for city councilman in DeSoto, right here in Texas, in our backyard. For those that's watching in other states, he's running. So y'all gonna see him doing a lot more stuff on the segment that he's gonna spin off on. Everybody's so talented and gifted. Let me just start there. And this next person, this next person I'm going to talk about is Miss J. Marie. This girl created a nonprofit kind of similar to QOC. Like, it just took off. It took off. And it's for at-risk youth. So it's not for the rich. It's not for I guess the well-off, but it actually is going to go and reach these kids and teach them videography, arts, all kinds of stuff that you could think of. This girl is doing. We, of course, is backing her. And I'm going to run this flyer real quick. She has the big give back on December the 7th, y'all.
December the 7th. Mark that on your calendars. December the 7th, family.
I'm going to go ahead and run that flyer while we're talking. I will be hosting along with Tyrone Betters. He is a well-known actor right here in the DFW area. And if you can't even make it, y'all, she has a website, and we're going to start tagging it to our platforms as well, where you could donate, even if you can't come. When I say this money is actually going toward where it's supposed to go, it is actually going toward the kids. I've seen personally her come out of her pocket and buy the stuff, and I'm just like, whoa, to make sure that her image and this is really represented well. The team she has building this and doing this, y'all, this is going to be dynamic. Right here in Texas, this is going to be going down, and it's going to be geared for kids in grades 6 through 12 when it kicks off. And I know she'll go more into details as as everything is built up or whatever, but this is the big get back, y'all. Come out. It's going to be fun. Of course, we're going to be there. Those of us from the QOC that are able will be there to support our sister. This is actually the night that the award will be announced for the best podcast too. So, yeah, I'm praying that, we leave one.
That's no coincidence. That's no coincidence.
Yeah.
That's no coincidence. Again, that's God's timing.
Man, this is
That's
from
God's
11 to
timing.
4, and the award ceremony is from 6 to 10, I believe, at the Loft in downtown Dallas. So if we are the winners, we will definitely be in the building to collect our award and sponsorships and whatever else they got for us, and let's go. No, I'm just playing.
Bring it on.
Marie, this is it from KC Connects. This is her baby. So I am proud of my team. Everybody got so much good stuff coming and going. We're going to dive, without further ado, we're going to dive right into these trending topics, y'all, because we got a lot of them we need to touch on. Drop them in the comments what you guys think, what you guys feel. Some of them are kind of old because you got to remember we have to wait till show day to touch these with you guys. Indeed. But they are relevant and they need to be addressed. So we're going right into this thing.
Let's go.
DPD makes an arrest following a shooting in Dallas, Texas.
And I know y'all know what shooting this is. This was actually happened over there where Pharaoh was giving out food not too long ago in the Pinks.
Well, yeah, people, man, Egypt, this is hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about because I do work in that area. To be more precise, those exact apartments. I do charity work, giving back to the community, give food and give toys and clothing and all these type of things, and give to the underprivileged. I'm very familiar with that area. I grew up in that area, so I'm bound to give back to it, and I love giving back to it. And when I see these type of senseless killings happening in the place where I grew up, it's really heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And the manner in which the life was taken, Egypt, it shows the hatred that we have amongst one another in our community. It was so brazen. It was so brazen. It was done in broad daylight, publicly for the world to see. People, it wasn't execution. Yeah. Point blank. There's no other term to be used for what happened in the Pink Apartments. It was an execution. And it was done without any hesitation or any thought of whether I should do this or not. The young man
could have been avoided. It could have been avoided.
It could have totally avoided. Yeah. Like most murders. It could have been avoided. But it just goes to show that the emotional intelligence we have within our community needs to be increased. We have become men that are overly emotional and not thinkers. Because if he would have thought that through during the moment, Egypt, he would have said, I'm going to kill this man and I'm going to forfeit my life. I'm going to kill him and I'm going to forfeit my life. That's not good math. That's not good math. So we've become too emotional and not thinkers, man. We have to become more logical, more rational, and get over our emotions and sensitivities. But it's tragic, Egypt. It's tragic. And like I said, I saw the video. It was heartbreaking. It broke my heart.
I didn't play the graphic one because the graphic one actually shows his body in the middle of the street covered up. And whether it was behind a female or over a cell phone, and I'm praying this wasn't that done behind a cell phone. This young man's life was taken, like you said, in broad daylight with a AK.
Draco.
Yeah, and they said that some of the people that was there, they gave, like in the comments, said you could see the holes like through and through. The bullets were that big.
Yeah.
Not only did you do that, you kicked him. once you killed them.
After you killed them.
Like, what in the world? But what's more disturbing is the people that stood around and filmed it.
Indeed. You know what, Egypt? I'm going to tell you what that says. That says that we have become a community desensitized by murder.
Yeah.
There was a time when we would hear a gunshot, everybody's running.
Yep.
Am I right? Even
if you're in the house, you get somewhere safe.
Yes. There was a time you hear a gun fired, you hitting the ground, you running. People, we see, not just here in Egypt, we see it happening. And guess what we do?
Because we want to go viral.
We want to go viral. Instead of thinking about your life, because your life was in jeopardy too. Instead of thinking about your life, we become so desensitized to murder to where we no longer even try to run and protect ourselves. We want to go viral. Egypt, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. And you know what? We fail. I'm going to tell you what we do, Egypt. We actually fail to acknowledge the seriousness, Egypt, of problem we have in our community.
Yeah.
We continue to downplay it. Brothers and sisters, Black people, African Americans, whatever you want to call yourself, we have a serious problem in our community. We have become so desensitized to the taking of life to where it means nothing now. And like Egypt said, Egypt, do you know how much hate it took in that man's heart to not only put 3 rounds from a Draco and watch this man's body fall lifeless? Egypt, what did he do when the body fell lifeless?
He kicked it a couple of times.
A couple of times. People, do you all know how much hate it takes to do that? I mean, we're dealing with raw, diabolical energy, demonic energy. People, we have a problem. And until we start addressing it and stop downplaying it, things aren't going to get better. They're not going to get better, Egypt. They're not.
When I saw that, I thought about like yourself and all the other people that go over there to do charity, to, give back. It make you kind of shudder. You're a man, but I know still, you still have to protect yourself in a way where you don't get hurt. And if somebody, like if you would happen to been over there that day doing what you do, give it back. And one of them straight bullets, like people are not thinking. It could have been kids outside. I was just shocked about how many people were standing around recording. And I was like, did nobody try to talk this man down to say, nah, brother, it ain't worth it? Or not even the girl, but they arrested the girl because they said that, she was the root cause of it. And I think so too.
As they should have.
Yeah.
As they should have. I mean, people, I got inside information about what happened, and I'm going to share it with you. This was a love triangle, indeed.
Yep, of course.
This was a love triangle gone bad, man. And it ended up leading to one life taken and potentially another life gone forever in prison. So people, we have to be careful. And I know we all grown, Egypt, right? We're all grown, and we're going to do what we want to do, correct?
When we get ready to do it,
yeah, we're going to do what we want to do. But this is what I say to all of us as adults. Some people are not to be played with emotionally. Some people, heartbreak for them can mean life-threatening injuries for you.
Yeah.
So, so let's be careful about the webs we weave as people. Because like I said, what's just a game to some of us can be worth taking a life to others. So let's be careful at the decisions we make. Let's make decisions with our mind, our heads, and not our genitalia.
Man.
And that'll keep us a lot safer.
It will.
It really will.
Moving right along, because I know this one is disturbing. I saw this and my heart just clenched. And I said, I kind of see why police do what they do at times. But I'm going to show this clip. This young.
Oh my God. I know what you're talking about. Oh my God. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not going to talk about it. Let me roll it. But again, what kind of world are we living in?
Man.
That's all I have to say.
Man.
And here we go, y'all.
6-6, taking care of B97. Hey, bud.
Got a flat tire, you can help me?
What are you needing?
Just a tire. I need a ride to the store, you get me there.
Okay, I can get you back to town real quick, but nobody's open tonight.
Well, I can just, that's fine, I get to town. I just haven't come back to get the car.
Okay, go ahead and go to the front of my car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick. I'll get you.
Go back and watch this, you guys, because the killing happened so quick. If you blink, you missed it.
You missed it.
Soon as the officer told him to go to the front of the car, the man domed him, like shot him in the head,
straight in the head.
If he would have did police protocol, I believe he would still be here. He could have been a jerk like most of these officers are when they pull us over. Like he didn't run, he didn't tell them to step back with your hands out. He could have did a whole bunch of things that maybe would have saved his life. Do you think that, or do you think this was just going to happen?
Okay. Let me exhale because that was so tense to me. That was tense. Okay, so I'm going to say this, and I don't care who get mad about it. Nobody, police or civilian, deserves for their life to be taken like that.
No.
Nobody deserves that. Condolences to that officer and his family. We send our deepest condolences and prayers to his family that they heal from this horrendous loss, and may his soul find peace, and may justice find his murderer. No one deserves to die like this, man. Like Egypt pointed out, he could have followed law enforcement protocol, but guess what he did, people? This particular officer acted as a regular human being and just treated that man like he was a man. How can I help you, bud? Okay. Everybody's closed right now, but I can take you into town and tell them, stand right there. Oh, let me see your hands. He did not treat him like a subordinate or a suspect of any crime. He treated that brother like a human being, and he lost his life for it. After the brother domed him, he shot him 2 more times and then took his squad car.
What a world.
What a world, man. This is what we're living in, man. And you all want to defund the police? Are y'all crazy? I don't think we understand what defunding the police mean. Yeah. I know in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Egypt, Dallas and Fort Worth police departments are having a hard time keeping police employed.
Wow.
like in Dallas right now, we're like 600 police short.
Oh
So-
my goodness.
Yeah, so we're already having a problem keeping police employed, and you want to defund them, which is going to make it even worse. So when Lil Ray and Lil Pistol Starter kicking your back door, ain't no police going to be around.
Which is that pistol starter.
Yeah, so when Ray and Lil Pistol Starter kicking your back door, you're going to call the police, and it's going to be an hour before they get there, and it's going to be too late because you done defunded them. People, defunding the police is not the answer. I understand we have some dirty, rotten police officers out there.
Yes.
Me and Egypt, we acknowledge that. We acknowledge we have some, oh my God, we have some terrible laws out here.
Yes.
Some terrible, but people, I assure you, there are far more good police officers than there are bad police officers.
Yeah.
You know, and defunding them and taking away finances to make sure that we have proper coverage in our cities, in our towns, that is not the answer. You see what people are doing with the police we have. Now imagine a world with fewer police.
In my area where I stay, I'm considered rural. So I don't fall under Lancaster. I don't fall under Red Oak. We are really rural.
Mhm.
So we have these big parties. We just had one where all the sheriffs from everyone come to the community center and they tell us how to protect ourselves. When we call 911, we are transferred. Like they don't say, what's your address? What's your, how can they be like, oh, you stay here? Let me transfer you. What the hell? And
Yeah,
they transfer you to like the sheriff's
the
department.
sheriff.
And
Yeah,
you don't know who come. It could be Ennis, Hutchins, like
yeah,
Lena Heights. You don't know who coming to you. And so, yeah, this is serious because it makes police hesitant in being human, especially right after we lost Officer Burke in Dallas not too long ago.
yeah. Just a month or so
And
ago.
this is more graphic. I haven't seen nothing like this here. That's this well, they both about the same, but this young man here, they gonna hang you, brother, when they get you.
You better
I'm
believe.
trying to find the information to see if they got him.
You better believe it. Egypt. If there has ever been a case, now people, traditionally, I have been a staunch criticizer of capital punishment. Traditionally, I have.
Yeah,
But people, if there has ever been an example
yeah.
for capital punishment being justified, this is it, Egypt.
This one and the one in the pinks.
Yes, this is it. This is it. I mean, people, this is brazen lack of regard for human life. We cannot have people walking the planet like this. We can't, Egypt. We can't.
Our tax money is going
Yes.
to keep them alive. I
Yes.
agree.
We cannot have people walking this planet like that because guess what? Right now it don't bother you, but he killed your nephew. He killed your brother. He killed your child. Then you're going to want him off the streets.
Yeah. And
So let's not-
I'm a
let's-
victim of that.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I am as well, Egypt. I am as well. So let's not wait until it hit home. Let's be against it, from the start. That is a prime example of capital punishment being justified. No doubt about it.
Wow. Okay, y'all. So we have given y'all the bad stuff that has happened.
Yeah, that was bad, Egypt. That was tense. That was tense. That was
Woo. And
tense.
someone showed it to me in the barber shop when Scooter was getting his haircut Saturday, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I said,
Yeah.
you serious? Like, it was so graphic, I wouldn't let Scooter
Yeah.
watch it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah.
Scooter thought it was that bad where Scooter said, is that Grand Theft Auto?
Wow.
This is
Wow.
real life. This is real life.
Wow.
Because I guess they do that kind of stuff in that game.
Yeah,
So
they do.
Scooter
Yeah,
thought it was
they
a
do.
game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh Lord, well, okay, generation, this young generation, we got to do better.
We got to do better. Generation Z, you millennials, we have to do better.
We got to do better.
We got
All
to
right, y'all. This next one is my favorite, Bishop.
Let's shake that off. Let's shake that off.
Yeah, because
Let's shake that off.
I don't want it to set the tone. I don't want it to
Yeah.
set the tone. But this next one, we're just showing how people don't have any compassion when people are in trouble. This is the same thing like the shooting with the cameras. It was like everybody was just ready to film this, to watch it go viral because he was well known. So with that being said, this is Mr. Winans that had a health incident over the weekend. Watch this, y'all. Yes. Watch how careless we are in the church, in God's house.
Yes.
As if God has somehow deserted us. As if somehow he's not able to keep his word. And if God is not able to keep his word, then I understand the depression. I understand why we give up. But if we trust, hallelujah, hallelujah, if we trust what God has said and believe
and I'm gonna stop it right there because it just shows people going to aid him. But where is the security? He didn't look right anyway. And you know, my dad was a preacher, and you know, that's how he kind of went out. So yeah, my heart, I like, ooh, but where is privacy? Is there such, should we have privacy in certain places?
Egypt, privacy is a thing of the past.
Okay.
It is a thing of the past. With the advent of social media and the monetization of social media, when that came into play, everything that was considered to be sacred and should be handled as private became public. And I know, and I speak on behalf of Egypt, man, we're praying for speedy recovery for Pastor Winans. You know, we're praying, and we're sending strong prayer and positive energy to the pastor, and may he, may he heal and mend rapidly, and may God place his hand on him. But yes, Egypt, privacy is no longer a thing. If they can make $1 off of it by getting views and likes, they're gonna make $1 off of it. Monetization destroyed your privacy, my privacy.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, I wasn't expecting that, girl. You make
on your face.
Hey, I jumped back a little bit. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Lucy, come on, man. Like,
come on, man. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Put your phones up, or don't air this. Like, people should have a certain reverence in God's house.
You would think.
I guess, like you said, all of that is out the door.
That's out the door. That's out the door. And also, Egypt, let this be a learning lesson to Black men, because we as Black men, we are the least health screened demographic in America. Thus, for some reason, Black men do not like going to the doctor. No. I do not know why. Black men do not like going to the doctor. Listen, brothers, let me talk to you, Dr. Egypt. Can I talk to him real quick for a few seconds? Brothers, listen. We have the shortest life expectancy of all groups in America. Black men. Let me say that one more time, brothers. We have the lowest life expectancy in all of America. Our women outlive us. White men and women outlive us. Hispanic men and women outlive us. Asians outlive everybody. They have the longest life expectancy. But brothers, we have been this way for over 100 years. There is no coincidence why we are living fewer years than everyone else. Brothers, we have to start taking care of ourselves. Yeah. It's more than just going to the dentist. Go get screened, bro. Let go of that homophobia and go let that doctor check your asshole. And I hate to say it like that, but Egypt, I gotta say it. I have to say it, brother. Let go of that pause, no homo, no diddy. Bro, they gotta go in there to see what they need to see. Go and get your prostate checked. Go and get your colon checked. Brothers, stop dying prematurely. Let this be a warning to you. You don't have to die at 66 years old. You don't have to die at 70. That's all. We're living at 66 and 70. That's what black men are living too. Our black women, they making it to 77, 78 easy. Brothers, we got to do better. Go to the doctor. Take care of yourself. Stop with the homophobia and the no diddy and pause and all that mess. Bro, let that doctor check your rectum. Let them check your prostate. Let them check your colon, because that's what's killing us mostly. Go to the doctor. That's all I have to say. Go to the doctor, brothers. Go get checked.
Go and get checked.
Go get checked.
From Dr. Pharaoh.
They need it. They need it. And just so they know, Egypt, I had a colonoscopy done in April. Okay? All praise be to God. They found nothing to be abnormal. All praise be to God. You know, yes, they found some polyps, but they weren't cancerous. They were benign. Yeah. So they just removed the polyps, and that was it. Prostate health is good. My colon is good, and I'm glad that I had it done. So brothers, y'all go do the same, man. Do the same. You ain't gonna feel a thing. They'll give you something that make you feel so good, and you count to 3, you're gonna be asleep. You wake up, it's gonna be over with. So, yeah, go to the doctors, brothers. Get checked. Don't die early. Get checked.
Women too.
Women too. But y'all, Egypt, y'all better than us though. Egypt, y'all don't. I'm gonna say something about black women. Black women, you all are doing quite well with your regular checkups and whatnot. Y'all are great on that. It's just getting the hard-headed ass men, because we are hard-headed, Egypt. We are.
Yeah, y'all are.
We are. Yes, we're hard-headed. We're stubborn. So it's just getting our hard-headed asses up to go to opposition and get checked out and whatnot. So brothers, do yourself a favor. Go get screened. Go get checked and live a long, happy, prosperous life. Be there with your wife. Don't leave your wife out here as a widow. Be there with your wife, man.
That part. And we're moving on to something that just tickled me. I don't know if you guys have watched the Cam Newton episode where he had Miss Corey Hackle. I didn't know his mindset was like this. Boy, he kind of really with this one. He said some good stuff, but this one here kind of stood out. So we kind of shifting gears, going into a little something comical for a minute. And y'all let us know if y'all think this way or if men are really feeling this way. I sent it to Pharaoh. I've been waiting on a reaction, but I guess I'm going to get that tonight.
Women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, they children can get some...
Hold up. God damn.
Some outlet Jordans.
Outlet Gucci.
Yeah.
Outlet Gucci.
What? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
You know what?
What in the world is going on? But he's not the first one I heard say that. I know a lot of men that date lower because they don't want to have to put up with, like he said, I could just, and he wrong, he told me he could take it to the outlet. Really, bro? But, you know, he was, like he said, they need him. So I really don't think it's about poverty, though, because a lot of women that's 6 and 7 figure that need or will want a man in that capacity. That's kind of weird to me To hear a man of that caliber say that.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Corey Holcomb is known for his shock value, right? I mean, his shock value is amazing, man, and he has really honed that skill on how to say things that present shock value that'll grab your attention. However, Corey Holcomb has been claiming this for too many years, and I believe he really lived this way. I have to say, dating low-hanging fruit, okay? Because that's exactly what it would be when you say women in poverty and whatnot. When you are dating low-hanging fruit, they allow the unacceptable to be acceptable. That is very true. It's unfortunate, family, but it is true. You have women out there that are living in poverty. If a man was to come around that had a little change, that could take her and her kids to go get a bite to eat, buy her kids some clothes here and there, he will be able to control her 100%.
Wow.
He will be able to control her. Ask me how I know. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Ask me even further. How do I know? I've done it. I've done it. Now, this was years ago, but I've done it. And I didn't do it with the intentions of controlling her, but I seen, because we were two different financial tiers, I seen that she was happy to have me, and she would do anything, even if I didn't ask. And I noticed, I'm like, man, this woman treat me like, now, don't get me wrong, you don't have to be living in poverty to treat a man well. But don't misunderstand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is 9 out of 10, if you date a woman and she is struggling financially, and you do come in and you be a financial stronghold for her, she will be more willing to abide by what you say and what you ask of her. That's what I'm saying. And unfortunately, it's the truth. It's the truth, Egypt. Now, the way Corey presents things, yes, man. Corey say things in a very harsh manner. But the truth of the matter is, a woman that's struggling, that's just kind of what it is. A woman that's struggling. If a man come into her life that is financially stable and doing great financially, if he come into her life and show her some difference, show her something different in what she know, 9 times out of 10, she's going to value him so much to where she's going to say to herself, by all means, I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep him around.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying?
And that is the truth. That is the truth.
That is what he's saying. That is what he said.
It's the truth.
Day of time, man. Oh,
let me ask you something. Okay, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Okay, and you got to be honest with me. You got to be completely honest. You got to be completely honest. Okay. You are where you are in life right now. Okay.
Okay.
You meet a guy.
Okay.
This guy does it for you. He does it for you, Egypt. I mean, he makes you laugh. When you at work and you think about him and you start giggling, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You at work working and you think about this guy, you just start giggling and feeling girly. This is how much he does it for you, okay?
Okay.
He's handsome. He's everything you want in a man. Okay, look at her. She received it.
I'm receiving it. He's speaking in Pharaoh.
Okay. He's handsome, but he's financially struggling. Okay. Let me hold on. It don't stop there. He's financially struggling. But guess what you say? You say, I'm gonna deal with this. Because man, everything else, every other box is checked. I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna handle this. He work at McDonald's right now. He only make $12.99 an hour.
Okay.
He make $12.99 an hour. And you say, I'm gonna deal with this because man, this guy checked the boxes for me. He just checked the boxes. And I know he's going through the struggle. Now, this is the point where I want you to be honest at.
Okay.
Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Okay.
That $12.99 brother, can he raise his voice at you?
No, man. Let me go here.
Hold up. You know what I'm asking. That brother.
Where you going? But to me, I guess the way I was raised, and you got to remember, I'm a girl of 6 boys.
And you're a PK.
Yeah, you can't raise your voice at me. No, man. I don't care. And I have dated millionaire status men right here in Dallas. And I have dated some of the biggest, and I have dated what you call the average Joe. Mm-hmm. I don't care about the money part. See, that's what we get tied up at. Because that $12.99 brother might have a vision that's gonna oversee me in the future. Now, if he's stagnant, then that might be an issue for me. Like, he don't want to do nothing else but that $12.99. That might be a problem with me because I like to move. I like to make moves.
Gotcha.
But the voice raising, I'm gonna respect you whether you making 10 or whether you set for life. I'm gonna respect you. But you can't raise your voice at me. Like, my daddy didn't, like, he didn't raise no punk over here, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay, you know what, Isha? You are one of the few women that will take that stance.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I applaud that, Queen. I do. I applaud everything you just said because you are so right. That $12.99 brother can have a vision. He can have a vision that can change the future for you, indeed. But you are one of the few sisters, and it's a bunch out there. But in comparison to those who don't think that way, you all are the minority. Okay.
Yeah.
I see all day long, Egypt, on social media, women saying about men, you better watch your voice if you don't make so and so. You know what I'm saying? You can't raise your voice at me, or you can't handle me. You got to have this and that to be able to raise your voice. You know, and I see that they make it all about money.
Because those are women that have never dated a high value man. Because let me tell you something, I've dated a high value man, and baby, them bad boys roll totally different than your average man. A man that has all those boxes checked plus money, baby, you on the roster. You on the roster. You better play your position.
Indeed.
I've been there and done that. You can't tell me you know. And I've had approached recently that said, "Hey, I want you. I can take care of you, but this is what your position on this list." High value men don't work like average Joe men. So yes, I would do a $12.99 brother that say he's gonna be faithful to me. And like you said, I'm gonna be laughing and giggling when I think about him because he's mine. Versus a man that could do all of that for me, but I have to share him. So there's levels to this stuff because you can make that $12.99 brother do some things. If he bringing that check home, I can make it look like money. We all from the hood. We know what that means.
Indeed. You can. It's called.
might have a 780 credit score.
Yeah.
Ain't never filed bankruptcy, but the millionaire dude. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
On another note, y'all, they're doing the roundups for the PPP loans.
You know what, Egypt? But I applaud you for having that concept. It don't matter what you got. You can't raise hell or hands at me.
That's my cousin.
That's right, Avery. That's right. I agree with you. And shit, no man want to. But the truth of the matter is, when men know that they're taking care of women, they handle them more firmer than those they're not taking care of.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Be careful what you ask for.
Be careful. That's right. Be careful what you ask for. Because a lot of these women talking about
$1 million brothers
because they can be controlling. They can be controlling.
You right on out the way and call Karen, Becky, Keisha. They gotta you ain't stopping nothing with a high value man. They in high demand. They are in high demand and they know it. So when someone knows there's a high demand for something, guess what? He ain't got to put up with nothing. You might have the wrong color wig on when he comes see you and he walk out the door. I'm telling you, I done been there, done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll say to you, I'll be back. I forgot to do something.
No, they don't even say that. I've seen some of them handle them real wrong. Real wrong. Be like, hey, What you think this is? I ain't got da 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 da, and would call the other woman while he there at your house. Like, man, say $1 million dudes move different. I'm just telling you. So be careful.
Yeah.
When you keep saying you want a certain tax bracket, and they say women do it too, but you know, we got to stop letting these tangible things control who we are and make us this person that we really not happy with. Because at the end of the day, we can lose it all. We can lose it all, y'all. So.
Yeah, in Egypt, that's a problem that we have. We are too material. We are too material. It's all about what we have, what we're gonna have, and what I don't have, I gotta make it happen so I have it. We gotta quit living for that. We gotta, because Egypt, when we die, ain't none of that going with us.
No.
Ain't none of that going with us, man. None of that. That stuff is gonna be left for somebody else to enjoy.
Because I be joking with my mama. I was like, hey, just put me in my Cadillac, lean me back, and put me on. And she was like, you stupid. But I mean, it's cheaper than a casket. Do y'all know y'all can get caskets on Walmart.com? Okay.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Walmart, yes, you can. You can get a casket. When I saw that, I said, this is crazy. Walmart.
Where am I put it at, Pharaoh? Where am I put the casket at until I die? I mean, it do make sense to go ahead and buy it. So I'm going to be back from Golden Gate. If I go to Golden Gate, because I don't like the makeup y'all been doing. So I'll probably be at eternal rest. I'm joking, y'all. But when I saw the casket, I'm like, oh, so I can already get it freaked out. That way I know my mama ain't going to put me in no bullcorn.
Yeah. Walmart.com.
You can get real caskets.
Walmart.com, indeed. And they vary. They have the kind that don't rust. They have the kind that's airtight. They have them all at Walmart.com. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. It is crazy.
I'm done. What the old folks say, I'm done. All right, y'all. We done had our fun. We done cracked our jokes. Now it's time for us to go into politics. But before we do that, I do want to run. Our sister has a commercial for KC Connects, so y'all can actually see what she is doing, what this nonprofit is actually about. When we run that, we're going to run right into the next video, which is going to be starting the politics segment. And then, I kind of sit back and let Pharaoh kind of go, to get his feel on this stuff because, I'm just in the dugout watching. I'm like, y'all, I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting, do I vote today or tomorrow? I don't know. But let's go.
Let's go.
Hello, I'm Jeanette Nolan, founder and executive director of KC Connects, Inc. One of the reasons why I founded this organization is because I was that at-risk youth member or that person of society that I think could have been tossed to the wayside if I had not had the arts and if I had not had mentorship and people really pulling me in to actually teach me different things and give me the confidence that I needed. And I got it through the arts. When my father passed away years ago, my mother, older siblings of my father to raise. So there was that sense of not belonging. There was that sense of family that wasn't really family. I think when you are dealing with a young person who adopted or they have some sort of different family dynamic, it challenges them to be confident in who they are. Depending on their family life was a really messed up one. For a large part of my early years, it caused me to run away from home, to not really feel like my mother loved me and different things like that. And to this day, I have dealt with that relationship with my mother, but it's been one that was tumultuous early on. It caused me to have a lot of confidence issues as a youth member and just pulled me into another world where I could create, I could I guess you say imaginary world to some degree and be out of what world that was reality for me at that time. I didn't feel like so one of the things that I wanted to do with this creative arts program is to bring the youth in, give them a virtual hug if we're in the virtual environment, let them know that they're cared for, bring their creative skills up so that they have the confidence to speak, the communication, the understanding about teamwork and feeling a part of something. I think that's one of the biggest things that youth these days have as an issue. They don't feel a part of anything. They don't feel like adults care. They don't feel like teachers care. They don't feel understood. I was that kid that didn't feel understood, didn't feel heard or cared for or loved or any of that. So it took a lot of people to intervene and took creative arts and things like that to be a part of, where I could express myself and I could write and I could just create these characters and different things like that. And I think that's going to help a lot of kids that are in those dark spaces to come out of them. So that's my why.
And I will ban all welfare and federal benefits for illegals. I will restore every Trump border policy and immediately expel all illegals who violate our border. We're going to get them out. We have to. Anything to do with school choice, also. But also, separate from school choice, we're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers
Central Casting.
here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land.
Then
and that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. We would save half of our budget.
Okay.
Kamala Harris is ramping up her outreach to black men.
We are talking about sons. We are talking about fathers. We are talking about grandsons. We're talking about grandparents. We're talking about uncles.
An estimated 90% of black men voted for President Joe Biden in 2020. And Harris does lead Donald Trump 84-8 among likely black voters overall. But even a relatively small drop in support from black men could be significant for Harris, given the razor-thin margins in some of these battleground states. So, in the final stretch of the race, Harris is going all out, with media appearances and events, in addition to outlining what she's called an opportunity agenda for black men. Those policies include a plan to provide as many as 1 million fully forgivable loans of up to $20,000 for black entrepreneurs, further investment into training and apprenticeship programs designed to help black men land jobs in high-demand industries, the launch of a national health equity initiative focused on black men, plus the legalization of recreational marijuana, with the focus on ensuring black men have access to that industry.
My pledge is, as president, I will work on decriminalizing it because I know exactly how those laws have been used to disproportionately impact certain populations and specifically black men.
And the vice president is also tapping campaign surrogates, including NBA icon Magic Johnson and former President Barack Obama.
Our black men, we got to get them out to vote. Kamala's opponent promised a lot of things last time to the black community that he did not deliver on.
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. That seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
Now, before I let Pharaoh go, because I'm going to let him just touch politics, I'm not even going to say nothing on nothing. But congratulations again to our very own Jay Marie with her nonprofit. No, Lord, I'm talking about poverty. Lord Jesus. Nonprofit KC Connects that will be doing its first big give back December the 7th. I'm so proud of you. Me and Pharaoh and the QOC network, we're back, and whatever you need us to do, we got you, sis. This is such a big thing for a nonprofit to exist to help not only our own, but those that are at risk. Y'all heard her story, and I hadn't heard her story till she sent me this video. So it just goes to show that we are living in certain environments. So we grow up in certain environments, but we still have a choice to do the right thing to turn our life around. And like she said, and like me and Pharaoh say, it's just having those right people to intercede and intervene to help you. Now, the politics, I'm going to let Pharaoh go. And then once he wrap it up, y'all, we will see y'all next week. Next week, we got Miss Kimberly Williams with Womanhood. Discernment, deceit, and delivered. That's the topic on next week with Miss Kimberly Williams. So, Mr. Pharaoh, what is your take on Mr. Trump's and Miss Kamala Harris video?
Okay, we're going to make this short and sweet because, man, time is running out. Okay, so we're 13 days away. We're just 13 days away from D-Day. I applaud Kamala for her last-minute approach, but I believe she's waited too long. She's offered a lot of great things to black men later in the election after she's seen that she was losing so many of us. Black men are going to vote for Trump at a clip of almost 30% of black men. That is a lot. That is a lot, man, in comparison to all of the other elections. She's seen that, and now she's trying to come up with something to bring black men back into the fold, but it may be a little too late. I don't agree with, first of all, I believe that I must stand loud and proud on what I believe in. I have conservative morals and values. I have very conservative morals and values. I'm not a part of the Democratic plantation. And the reason I call it the plantation is because it has been treating us as such for almost 100 years. I am an independent man who is conservative or right-leaning. And I will be giving my support to Donald J. Trump this election. I say that proudly. And I say that proudly because I believe this is not, and this does not reflect the QLC network. This is Pharaoh purposely. This is Pharaoh purposely and personally. I may be the only conservative on the QLC network, but the reason I'm going with Trump is because I'm going for America first. I am with deportation. I am with stopping the welfare and benefits given to illegals before Americans. We have Americans that are here starving, that are homeless and can't get a dime. But you have people that are crossing the border who don't have a social security number, who many don't have a real name. They're giving false names, no birth records, but they're getting stipends monthly. They're getting Section 8 vouchers. They're getting food stamps off of hard-working Americans' back. My tax dollars, your tax dollars, and they have pitched in nothing in that pot. No, they must be deported. They must go back. That money and resources will be for Americans first. I don't care about what people are trying to say about Trump, this, that, and the other. One thing I can say about Trump is that Trump will put America first. Yes, send the illegals back. People need to understand that once you cross into American borders without legal authorization, you are a federal criminal. So anyone that is here without a passport or authorization from the U.S. government, you are a criminal. Point blank, you're a criminal. It breaks federal law. We can't just walk into Canada. If you walk into Canada, you will be detained and deported back to America. It's the same thing that applies with all countries. You just can't walk into a country because you want to go to their country. It doesn't work that way. There are systems put in place to sustain the citizens of every country. And if people just walk in willy-nilly when they want to, those systems will fail, like Social Security. So people, vote with your values, vote with your convictions. If you want Kamala, you vote for Kamala. No one can blame you. No one has the right to judge you. It's also the people, if you're leaning towards Trump and you're going to vote for Trump, do not allow people to bully you or make you ashamed of your decision. I have been a lifelong Democrat, I voted for Barack Obama more than once. Everybody on my ticket in the past have been Democrats. This go round, I am going for the conservative. I'm going red because it's time for a change. Enough is enough. And the candidates on the blue side have not given remedies or any policy that's going to put America first. So my thing is America first, my neighborhood first, benefit me, then help others. If it's my dollar, I want it spent on me. After I spend on my family and myself, then I give to others, Egypt. So is that
last question for you? What do you think about his idea about not teaching Black history in the schools anymore?
I do not agree with the taking away or the deletion of CRT, critical race theory. I do not agree. It's going to be, I don't think there's going to be any candidate that you can give me that I'm going to agree with 100% of their policy. I don't agree with that policy. But that's a small price to pay for me to get what I want for this country. I'm going to tell you what I do get with that, though. With him taking away critical race theory from school, it also takes away our children being groomed for transgenderism and sexual confusion. Because these schools have been teaching children about homosexuality and transgenderism, and also trying to make boys go into the girls' bathrooms and vice versa. That is madness. Tim Walz, who is the VP with Kamala Harris, he is known as Tampon Tim. Ask me why. In the state of Minnesota, Tim Walz, as the governor, passed a law requiring all boys' restrooms to have tampon dispensers.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That kills me every time they do it. Yeah, but that's a fact. Go look it up. Tim Walz, as the governor of Minnesota, put tampon dispensers in all the boys' restrooms.
For what? To flood the bathrooms? I'm not understanding what a boy need a tampon for.
Why? Because if they want to identify as being female, they should be equipped with the resources of a female.
Oh.
That is straight from Tim Walz. So for those of you who didn't know that, go look it up. Pharaoh do not lie. Pharaoh speaks. Pharaoh speaks only those things that he have researched and know firsthand. Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, want your young boys to use tampons in their anus. Go and think about that. Go.
What? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
And I'm done.
Yeah. So we may be losing critical race theory, but we also take away the school systems teaching our kids sexual confusion.
You have heard it from the king and queen of conversation this week. We have touched on a lot of topics. Some of them were sad, some of them were teeth clenching, but we want to let y'all know that this is stuff that's happening in our backyard, stuff that's happening in other states, and then stuff that is happening in the world that affects us all. We try to gear this where it is not only about the Black race, but unfortunately, it tends to always have us shed in a bad light. And we could blame media, journalism, and all of that, but we do have to talk about it. We do have to address it. And not only that, but we need to come up with some solutions, y'all.
Indeed.
I saw another video today, and I didn't even want to roll it. About the young Black boys, and I know you saw it where they were saying the ops, they gonna just keep killing. It is not no remedy.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
We are in trouble.
Non-stop murder. Yeah.
We in trouble, y'all. We do got to come up with some solutions. We do got to come together and do some stuff. And that's what we hope in the QOC network. Once we get everything streamlined, y'all can start seeing us out in communities. Chris kind of dropped some stuff that he want to kind of do when he touched down in Dallas, in Texas. And it's needed. It's time, whether that's us coming together to feed a community, or like Pharaoh goes to the Pinks. It's time for us to do something and to address these kids and let them know, hey, we came from this same situation you came from, and you can turn your life around. It only takes, sometimes it takes just one person, but it's 7 of us, but 2 of us are not in state. But with that being said, y'all, we have to make a stand and decide that we're going to do more than just talk. That's what the POC is. You have never seen me just behind these walls. You see me out in the streets. You see me at community events. You see me doing all kinds of stuff, because it's important for people to see that we really trying to make a difference. And you can call it an opportunity or whatever you want to call, but we're hoping we touch somebody. One kid, one woman, one man. Like Pharaoh spoke tonight on men's health. Y'all do what you need to do to take care of yourself so we could be here for our kids. So we like to see some of these changes coming along. But it starts with us. It starts with us. I'm going to let the king say his thing, and we will see y'all next week, man. It's going to be a bad show next week, y'all.
Indeed. As usual, people, as we close, I'd like to thank everyone that's in attendance and watching this show. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me in Egypt, and we are very grateful for that. We are very grateful. Hopefully that you got your daily or weekly dose of entertainment, education, and entertainment, all combined in one. I want everyone to think about what they're doing for this upcoming election. Vote for your family, vote for your future, love one another, hold on to one another, and treat people like you want to be treated. And as I close, we're born looking like our mother and father, but we'll die looking like our decisions. Love you, fam.
Make you question all your verses. You stumbling through your performance. You ain't hot or the warmest. I'm stinging hot, call me a hornet. Price of fame, you can't afford it. You want it free, do nothing with it. F you, hey me, the mentality, you scared to risk it. It ain't no future, off of your frontin', wanna create you a miracle. All work, minimal. You all talk, criminal. I am not hearing you, and I'm not feeling you. Y'all so disrespectful, like I'm supposed to be fearing you. Hip-hop renaissance. Remember when we went hard? I don't need an entourage. Why you need a bodyguard? Next level, same rules. You coming down, change moves. I don't gotta get in where I fit in. I've been here and been about my shoes. So don't be surprised at the kickback. It be the stuff you can't get back. My time is real, you don't get that. I'ma hit you with the real facts. I got that, I got that. You got that, I got that, I got that, I got that. You got that? No, you don't. Don't be surprised at the kickback. It be the stuff you can't get back. My time is real, you don't get that. I'ma hit you with the real facts. I got that, I got that. You got that,